Today's topic under consideration is company accounts. We have various forms of business, like first is your sole proprietor, where there is a single owner. Next, we do have partnership, where more than two persons join together and do a business with profit motive. There is Hindu undivided family, which is a group of family members, they carry on a business. Then comes is your cooperative society, and last form of business organization is company accounts. The another name of company accounts is also as joint stock companies. First, we will write down the meaning. What do you mean by company accounts? Companies are formed under Companies Act 1956. But now this has been replaced by latest Act of Companies Act 2013. Latest Companies Act is 2013. Now what the companies means? Company is a organization which is artificial by nature, created by law, having perpetual succession, transferability of shares with common seat. This is what is meaning of company accounts. Its basic features are as I said, first it is an artificial person. Artificial person means company is not having any soul, any flesh, any hands, so that is why it is called as artificial person. It is created by law. To open a company, we need to take permission from code, from law. That is why we call it needs to be registered. Companies have to be registered under Companies Act 2013. This means that company is an artificial person created by law. So companies exist in the eyes of law. We consider it as an artificial person. Why? Because it do not have any flesh, any soul, any body. This is first feature of company's account. Next feature is that it has a perpetual succession. This was a serious limitation of another forms of business. In other form of business, when we talk about sole proprietorship or partnership, life of business is directly connected to the life of a businessman. Means if the sole proprietor expires or the partner expires or the karta expires, the life of business is also closed or expires. But in case of companies, we normally say men may come, men may go, but the business goes on. This called as perpetual succession. Means 5 members they die, 10 members they die, or in large number members may join in, members may leave the companies, but the business keeps on going. Law started the business, law will only close it. You cannot close the business. This is meaning of perpetual succession. Next important feature is transferability of shares. The share capital of a company comprises of small units which are called as shares. What is share? Share is a small unit of a share capital. Like you are individually a small unit of this full class or of this full school. Similarly, share capital comprises of small units which are called as shares. Shares in companies can be easily transferred. In case of sole proprietorship or in case of partnership, one partner X, if he wants to transfer his share to his son, he cannot do it without changing the partnership deed. Just simply by saying that he is my son, he will be taking over, I am leaving, and my share is being transferred to him. It cannot be done in case of partnership. So to do away with that, this is an advantage, or you can say this is a feature of companies wherein the shares which you are having, you can pass it to anyone anytime. And the one who is holder of share is called as a member. If I am holding shares of any company, I am a member of a company. I want to transfer it to Mr. A, B, C, my relative, anyone. So whosoever holds that share automatically becomes the member of the company. So this is another salient feature that's called transferability of share. You are a shareholder or you are a member of any company. By passing your shares to anyone, you nominate him, you hand over your shares to him, you pass on your share to him, you become the member of a company. Next comes is, you would have heard it, I used one word, common seal. What it means, that since company we are talking about, company is an artificial person. There are some persons who would be authorized to carry on companies work on behalf of a company, maybe managers, chartered accountants, directors. So any legal document or any kind of documentation of company has to be stamped. That is called as a common seal. Okay, that is called as common seal. Like whenever you get any certificate issued from the school, so you see under the signatures of the principal they used to fix one seal, stamp. That stamp is called as a common seal of a. Now next topic is your types of shares. In this we have two categories mainly. One is your preference share, another is equity share. Under that first one, when I talk about preference share is made from the word preference. So it has preference over two main things. Number one, preference is regarding payment of dividend on shares. What reward shareholders get is called as dividend. If you will invest some money in shares, you will be given dividend at the end of the year. So preference shares means they have two priorities over the equity shares. First priority is they will get dividend prior to the payment of dividend to equity shareholders. Second priority they get is repayment of their principal at the time of liquidation. When companies are winded up, when companies are closed, it is called as liquidation. When company will be closed due to any unforeseen situation, preference shareholders will be returned money first. If something is left, then money will be given to equity shareholders. So this is, they have a priority, number one, over the payment of dividend, and second priority is regarding, they have a priority regarding receipt of dividends and repayment during liquidation. And if someone asks what is equity share means very simple, which are not preference shares. Those shares which are not preference shares are called as equity shares. And preference shares means they have priority over equity shares for two things. Number one priority they have over payment of dividend. First company will, whenever company declares dividend, first preference shareholders will be given dividend, then dividend will be given to equity shareholders. Similarly, if company goes for liquidation, their money will be repaid first, preference shareholders, and if something is left out, it will be paid to equity shareholders. Further, when we talk about preference share, there are various kinds of preference shares also. Your next title is types of preference shares. Preference shares can be classified in this way. Number one is called as redeemable. Redeemable and non-redeemable preference shares. Word redeem. This is very popular these days when you talk about your, you can say, e-shopping, e-commerce. You hear the word redeem, redemption of points. Same as this redemption. The word redeem, the word redemption means repayment. So this itself makes it clear when company issue preference shares, if they will be repaid to you after specific period or span of time, maybe 5 years, 10 years, such kind of preference shares are called as redeemable preference shares. Go with the name. Redeemable means repayment. If company is issuing you shares today and saying you that after 5 years your money will be repaid back to you, that category of shares are called as redeemable preference shares. And non-redeemable is opposite. If company has issued you shares for lifetime, which will never be redeemed, which will never be repaid, such shares are called as non-redeemable preference shares. Word redemption means repayment. If your money will be redeemed, means money will be repaid after a specific time. It is called as redeemable preference shares. Another category is convertible and non-convertible. Convertible preference shares and non-convertible preference shares. Word convert, again it is clear from the meaning. Here, if the company gives a preference to shareholders that after a specific time you can get your preference shares converted into equity shares, such an act is called as convertible preference shares. For example, my company is issuing shares to you and telling you after 5 years, with your wish, if you want, you can get your preference shares converted into equity shares. That's a choice with you, it's not compulsory. Maybe your group, this group of shareholders, they want to get it converted. You want to exercise this choice or option. So your preference shares will be converted into equity shares. Rest of the shareholders, they do not want to, so they are non-convertible preference shares. Means conversion of preference shares into equity shares. Two class of shares are there, preference and equity. So if you can convert your shares into equity shares, then they are your convertible preference shares, otherwise they are non-convertible preference shares. Next is cumulative and non-cumulative. Cumulative and non-cumulative. Cumulative preference shares are those on which your dividend, if not paid in particular year, would be added. For example, this is 2016. My company declared a dividend, but due to shortage of funds, it was not given to you. Now this dividend will be added, and in next year you can claim for 2 years. That is called as cumulative, means you keep on adding. If in any year company is not paying you dividend after declaring, that will be added and paid to you in subsequent year, maybe next year or maybe after next year. In that case, suppose the second year is also not paid, so you have now 1 year pending, 2 year pending, and third year you may get for all the 3. And non-cumulative means wherein if paid this year, fine. If you could not receive, so it's over. That is lost. These are different categories in which preference shares are issued. Equity share is just equity share. There is no class, no category for equity share. And last under this is participating and non-participating. participating and non-participating. This is very simple. From the name, everything is clear from its name. Now, participating means if after paying dividend to preference shareholders and to all the equity shareholders, still company is left with some profits. Still some profits are left out. So then these shareholders will have a right to claim out of that profits. And these are those preference shareholders who will not have a right to get the claim out of the profits left out. Let's recapitulate all four. Here redeemable means when the preference shares will be repaid after specific time, and non-redeemable are there where they will not be redeemed throughout the life. Next you have is convertible. When preference shares can be converted into equity shares, they are called as convertible preference shares. When they cannot be converted, they are called as non-convertible. Then you have your cumulative preference shares. If in any year after declaring dividend shareholder is not receiving, so his dividend would be added to the next year. That is called as cumulative preference shares. Non-cumulative means if it is not paid, it will not be carried forward to the next year, it is lost. Last category is participating and non-participating. Participating means when after paying dividend to both preference shareholders as well as equity shareholders, company still is left with some surplus profit, then they can claim for it, participate. And these shareholders cannot claim. This is about the types of preference shares.